I love that sound. How long has it been since you heard the sound of a fish flopping in the water? Look at that one. That'd be a keeper if I was keeping them. Hey out there in YouTube land, Rick here. And yes, this is the first episode of Fishing with Rick. It is the end of April, the last few days in April, and it was a weird spring again, like all springs. It started out like going to be warm, and then the bottom dropped out. We got snow, and if you live anywhere around, you know spring is weird. Out of. But today we're out, little lake, little tiny farm lake, about 40 minutes from my house, just to see how things are coming along. This lake has some decent crappie in it, and that's what we're fishing for today. Just using 3-pound test line. It's about a 6-foot ultralight. It's a Shakespeare, and a little, because of the wind, I had to go a little bit bigger jig than I normally like. There we go. There's one. Let's see what we got. Yep, it's a crappie. Bring her around to the other side. Water temperature's about 53 degrees, which means that they're not moving in shallow yet, but they are starting to creep up to the edges of the drop-offs and stuff. Here we go. First crappie of the season. That's a little small for this lake, but put it way over here. Might exist. This is what I'm using. Usually I use a smaller jig than this, but this is a 1/8 ounce, I believe. Usually I like a 1/32 ounce. It's a Bobby Garland Blue Ice. And what I'm doing is just, I'm in about 12 feet of water, and there's a slight depression here. I'm just working the edges of deep water is what I'm doing. In fact, the way I picked that one up is I was trolling at about 8 feet. Another reason for the heavier jig. I got no depth finder hooked up today, nothing. I'm just bare bones out here. Ooh, I had another one. I'm just out here as basic as it gets, using the kayak like a belly boat. But anyway, hopefully we'll get enough crappie to make a video for you and say hi to all my old followers and my new ones, and stick around. Let's see how it goes. Oh, there's something. Not sure what. Feels like a nice crappie. It is a nice crappie. It is a nice crappie. Look at that one, huh? No problems. I wish I was keeping them. Yeah, that is a nice crappie for this lake. I think the season is open, people. The season is open. That's definitely an eatable one. There's something a little bit bigger, people. Feels like a panfish still, but at least it's not super small. Yeah, that would be a keeper. That would definitely be a keeper. Not bad. Belly's rubbing already. It's getting ready to do what they do. That was in closer to shore than I've been fishing too. Try it again. This one is actually my trout fishing rod. It's a 4-foot ultralight, but because I'm casting spinners around rivers and lots of snags, I run it with 6-pound test. But it doesn't really matter on this case because I'm using a bobber. Another one. Oh, slime on the camera. Can't argue with that. Water temperature 50, 53 degrees in that range, and we're catching them. There we go. Kind of looking for crappie because I love crappie this time of year. This is not a renowned fishing lake. The fish aren't big. In the summer it's super weedy. But all this has got going for it is that it warms up early in the spring, and because of the weeds it's not too busy during the midsummer. Doesn't have trophy fish in it. The biggest thing it's got going for is that it's a country lake, which is my favorite. That's not a bad fish there, is it? It's not a bad fish. That's not, whoa. My cat would like to play with you. Look at that, he's been chomped on a little. Okay. There. There we go. That one just realized it was caught. Wow. Keeper. That would have been a nice keeper. I didn't realize this lake had that nice panfish in it. Didn't know it had that nice a fish. Wow. I'm impressed. This doesn't feel like a crappie or sunny. Gotta remember, I only got 3-pound test line here. Gotta take your time. Oh, just a little bass. A little bass. Little bass. But first bass of the year. Cool. Oh, that feels good. Whoa, got something big, people. I was paddling home. Yeah, I did one last cast with the crappie rod. This is 3-pound test. This might be the fish. There's no weeds, so there's no reason to horse this thing. It's hopefully a big bass. I'm in relatively deep water. Come on. You can't set the hook with 3-pound test line. All you can do is keep it tight. What do you think it is? The wind is blowing me out to deeper water, so that's good. Just keep the pressure on it. This is using that little tiny jig in a 1-inch plastic. These things feel much bigger. It's probably just a 2-pound bass, but you know what? It feels like a 4-pound bass on this one. I don't even have a net, so I'm hoping I'll be able to land it. I just hope you guys can see it. Wow. Oop, I saw a little flash of yellow. Ooh, that is not a bad bass. Not a bad bass, people. I can land it. Okay, I'm excited. This is the biggest fish of the year so far. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look at that, baby. Ah. Oh, he was hooked good, too. Solid right around the bone on his lip. Well, guys, for this lake, this is a trophy. Wow. That is awesome. This is why I go fishing. Yes. Nice. I'm not going to hazard a weight. It's 3.5 maybe, something like that. Thank you, Mr. Bass. Go away. Great. Well, guys, I signed off once already, but I'm going to do it again with that fish. That's it for today. It's getting late. I got to get back. I got chores to do before the wife gets home. Otherwise, I'm going to get me in trouble because she doesn't know I'm fishing today. I got to get me back, and thanks for watching. Got all kinds of cool stuff happening this summer. I'm going to be doing more fly fishing than I normally do. I've always enjoyed fly fishing, never tried to film it. We're going to put some of that stuff on there. I fly fish for bass and crappie and sunnies. I'm not good enough to actually get a trout with a fly rod, but maybe I'll try it. I got a tenkara rod too that I'm going to try. Lots of new lakes I got lined up from this winter, so stick around. Hit the button if you liked it. Sign up if you want to follow me through the summer. It's going to be fun. See you next time. Bye.